Hello, you are listening to Mixing Music with Dee Kei. I'm your host, Dee Kei. This is episode 1. Please skip over this episode if you don't care about who I am. To be honest, you have no reason to care for who I am. I'm a nobody. I'm a punk. And I'm trying to make my name out there. I'm trying to go big, you know? Just like all of you are. I've been doing music full time now for the last 3 years. I have a wife and a baby that is 10 months. I love my family. I'm a family man. I am finishing up school. I am an entrepreneur, and I have other businesses outside of music that we could talk about later. And I love music. I mean, everybody here that's listening to this probably does, so I'm going to skip over that side. But I don't know. What else do you want to know about me? I love basketball. I play a lot of basketball. Grew up playing basketball. I grew up in Chicago, where I had a lot of hip-hop, R&B kind of growing up. I actually didn't listen to classic rock at all. My dad's kind of also a hip-hop head and didn't really listen to classic rock. My mom is Japanese, so lots of reggae. I know that's weird. Reggae is really popular in Japan, especially during the 80s and 90s, and even now. And a lot of funk from my mom as well. So grew up on Motown, grew up listening to a lot of hip-hop, and that's what I love. I'm not really a rock guy at all. And I will say that this podcast is not really genre specific. It's more just the business of mixing music, right? And about mixing music. And I think that a lot of these techniques kind of go hand in hand. Spectrum wise, the EQ curve of a Foo Fighters track sounds totally different from a Cardi B track. That's fair. You're right. And when you say that, you're right. But I think that the mindset and the fact that as mixing engineers, we are trying to go for vibe, and our job as mixing engineers is to connect the artist, enhance the emotional connection between the artist and their audience. I feel like as a mixing engineer, our purpose is to make sure listeners and audience members, fans of that artist, don't think about the music and don't think about the mix. They don't think about the different elements in the mix. They don't think about the drums. They're like, ooh, the drums, they're a little bit loud. Hopefully they won't think about it. The only thing that they'll hear through a great mix is the emotions, the vibe, and even the lyrics, the music. You know, what the artist intended. The artist didn't write these lyrics and didn't write these progressions for the sake of people analyzing them. I'm pretty sure that wasn't the purpose. I'm pretty sure the purpose was to give them an emotional response that they need or the audience member wants. You know, there's a reason why different genres have gone through different stages, and there's a reason why the demographics of pop music is kind of the same, you know. If it's really smart, really intellectual lyrics, it's probably not a young crowd. That's the demographic, you know? And I think there's a reason for this. I think that sometimes as mixing engineers, we forget the purpose of what we do and the purpose of our jobs. I think that we need to remember that mixing is truly for emotional enhancing. An emotional enhancement of a track. I especially around, so I'm currently residing in Utah. I'm hoping and planning to move to Atlanta next year, where I have some connections as I kind of dive deeper into the hip hop scene. But especially around in Utah, and a lot of you, not LA, not New York, not Atlanta, not Miami, not Nashville cats will kind of understand maybe this, like the only way to grow clout locally is by being super technical, by knowing your stuff, knowing your gear, knowing that exactly 2.77K on the whatever it is. I'm pretty sure some of you guys will understand this. I am not that guy. I don't believe in that, and that idea has been enforced even more through my friend, my mentor, and the guy I went to go see at Mix with the Masters in France, Leslie Brathwaite, who, if you guys don't know who that guy is, oh my gosh, you are missing out. He is great. Look up his credits. He is just the man. And he said a lot of things that really resounded to me, like really stuck out to me. And one of those big things was the music is all about the vibe. Exactly what I've just been saying. Music is vibe. If your client is in there and you think you've done a great job, but your client is not bobbing your head, I don't know. Have you failed? Have you passed? Did they enjoy it? I feel like a sign of a great mix isn't what's coming out of the speakers. Isn't like, oh, there's a lot of 6K in this. Is the client sitting there bobbing their head, his or her head? Are they enjoying the process? Are they really feeling the music? I feel like that's the goal. Especially with mixing music, all we're doing is enhancing. We're not really adding tracks. We might be taking away. We might add some tracks, especially if you're trying to like replace some kicks and whatnot. If that's your thing, I don't know. Or reamping guitars, I don't know if that's your thing. But typically, our job is one thing only, and that's making things emotionally more responsive. Anyways, I just wanted to keep this episode pretty short. It's about me. Again, like, if you listen to this, that's awesome. Follow me on Instagram at Dee Kei Mixes. That's DEEKEI Mixes. Anyway, that wraps up this episode. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe. Please leave a 5-star review. The more reviews, the better. And I'm really excited for the future episodes. Thanks, guys.
1, 2, 3